Hey, here we go on an update on the skid steer and other standings after hay season's done. So this was waiting until all the hay was wrapped up. The water pump was bad because the fan was hitting the alternator. So a little bit of wobble, whatever. It's ordered, it's coming. Took the radiator up to a repair shop and it wasn't leaking. It was fine. I just wanted him to go through it, pressure check it. It was filthy, just filthy. Anyhow, he calls and says, "Nip, it's rotten. Every time I try to repair a spot, it just keeps growing." So he could recore it for me, but I think he said it's going to be $600 something. So, of course, you can find anything online. I found one for a couple $100, and it's very, very similar, but slight modifications, and it'll work. So, also, in the meantime, try to find these hoses, upper and lower hoses. This goes on there. Anyway, non-existent. Don't make it. It's all for the 1845C, not just the regular 1845. So, what I found out, there is a word, a proper name for a machine like this, but I can't say it. You can not find any parts for it. Everything is 1845C. This engine they used in a lot of machines, but very short time span in this machine. So bulldozers, backhoes, everything like that, they used it in quite a bit. The other part that I'm doing here is doing a quick attach for the bucket. So we got to cut these off, weld them onto there, and then that plate welded onto the bucket, and then bang bang, handles and good to go. And the other thing, as it's in the shop, and I don't think any of these gauges work. The hour meter works. We know that because the key was left on and it counted up an extra, I don't know, 200 some hours, not running, engine running hours. It was just key was left on. So that hour meter cannot be correct whatsoever. So I got new gauges coming that should hopefully match. There's a warning light that, yeah, that guy. That guy is your low fuel warning light. So got to get that fixed. And what else? Oh, there should have been a box up here in this area that was other warning lights, and I've got lights coming. I think all the wires are there. Looks like there is, but the sensors might not be operating. Hard to check, like transmission over pressure. I don't know how you'd check that. I'm sure there's continuity testing, you could do all that, but it's supposed to have these warning lights up there and a little switch to check that all the lights work and yada yada yada. So also putting lights on front back. Wilson welded these handles on. That is so nice, because you're either grabbing up top if you're tall enough, or you're kind of reaching inside and trying to grab. Yeah, handles very nice. Did get a heater coming. Put these on there, and I don't think I like them. We're just gonna roll with it for a minute and see. This seat came with full suspension, but mounted in here, your head was about that far away from the ceiling, so had to get rid of that and just go straight seat. Seat's supposed to mount straight to here, but I didn't like that. It's rigid mount. We might have to go back. What else did I get? Put the supercharger on here, turbocharge. Kick it up about 300 horse or so. That ought to burn some tires. Cab enclosure part, don't really care about right now until it gets cold, and then it becomes a priority. Right now it's just get this on. Oh, that's what it was. Squirrel. auxiliary hydraulics for this. We're still researching. I've been emailing a company. Andy's doing a lot of research, and I think we're going to be able to come up with something. We just don't know exactly which port to come out of to find the high pressure side. I think Andy's got a pretty good idea. And now we have this clean, which this guy is dead. And that's a reman. Yeah, I need to get to shopping for that one. Yeah. So anyhow, got this dude cleaned. Except for that. Gotta hit that quick. I can't have that. And a little bit of dash of hit there. Looks like cow manure. Actually horse manure. That's clean-ish. I forgot to get that. I got it, but it's not as clean as everything. I think we're good. Yeah, those seals do a pretty good job keeping the water out. So, yep, I like it. That's all clean. Also, shout out to Andy for letting me use that pressure washer. That's fantastic. That hot water pressure washer does a very good job. Makes quick work of it. Now, this is the next one. It got caught in that rainstorm heading home from the rock farm. Julie was driving. She survived. Got a little bit of preserve to get out of there yet. Tie that string up. Yeah, I gotta get that string out of there too before I pressure wash. Gosh, I tell you, I blew for 20-30 minutes on this trying to get all the chaff out, and it's just never ending, man. Oh yeah, still a bunch over there. Dang it. So this winter, another project is to pull this plunger out of there and change those wheels or cam followers. I bet you this wind is playing havoc with the mic. I need to have my other mic on. Like brand new, except for a couple spots. Well, my cheap little counter survived the water. I was surprised. Yep, ready to be stored until I'm able to get it in the garage to work on it. All right. Yeah, it just got too windy yesterday. I don't know how much you heard me before, but the wind was picking up like crazy. It wasn't fun washing either. It was 20-25 mile an hour gusts. It is hot water, so that does help, but still. I got a couple more pieces to wash. We got the rake, tedder, and mower to all wash. I don't know how much I'm going to get done today. It's kind of chilly, but it's just going to get colder, so get while the getting's good, right? think that's all the grease zerks. No big deal. I'll grease it. If I miss any, I'll grease them when I get it into the shop. And right, well, after I pressure clean everything, I want to go through and grease after, because if there's water that gets in there, that grease will push it out and it won't rust over the winter or freeze and break things. Now, I'll start this up on an idle, get my chain lube and oil all the chains, and that will be it for now.
This little feller. Well, I think that's it for the cam.
Yep, took the last of it. That worked out perfect. I'll let it run just for another minute or so, let it kind of work all that lube in, and shut her down and put her away. Guys watch it, make sure I don't hit nothing. Yeah, I think I'm pretty on point right here. Let's just keep going with it. Make sure you say whoa when I get close, all right? I think that's gonna be it. Not much point in going any further. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. What I don't like is like the build up there, and you know, we grabbed that stuff off, like that kind of build up. We don't, so all the barn space we have is taken up with hay, and so we don't have room to store the equipment inside for the winter. So it sits outside the whole time, and that kind of buildup will basically, it just gets wet and stays wet because it won't dry out. It just soaks up all the moisture, and then it just sits there and starts eating the metal and rotting. So if I can pressure wash that off and get it clean, and it sits outside, yes, the sun damage, but it's not going to sit there and rot the metal through the year. So I'll blast this off real quick and see if we can get another piece of equipment done today. Now, anybody, uh-oh. I think that's better. Anybody that has ever sold anything, you always take pictures of it when it's wet, and it looks so nice. Behold, it looks so nice. Now there's still, you know, some grease things on there, but no big deal. Don't worry about that. But I got all the big pieces here and there. So, all right, let's swap this out and get another one. All right, here's the next piece. And I'm gonna dig that out real quick. Dig out that. So the more stuff I can dig out by hand, it's gonna be sitting dry in the yard and not a big pile, like soaking wet like that. So dig that out quick and blast this top. I'm not gonna do the underneath because that just sits wet and it just is not good for it. So just the top part, and yeah, we'll get this show on the road. There we go. Another one done. Check this out. That's what it's supposed to look like. And you can rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse, and there is still gonna be stuff sitting on top. Doesn't matter. And we got rain moving in. Can he get the last piece of equipment pressure washed before the rain? Stay tuned. All right, the last one. Look at all this. Yeah, it'll go away over the winter. It'll disappear. Pick all that stuff off. Blast this thing pretty quick. I don't like that it collects in there, but all it is a sandwich. You can see through it. But I'll have to rotate it and blast it, and this should be pretty quick. It did rain just a fuzz, rainless spitting, but doesn't matter. Gonna get wet anyway while I'm pressure washing. So, and the temperature's dropping. Whew. It's probably 50, somewhere around 50, 48, 50 degrees. Yeah. Are you gonna help? Hello. Are you gonna help? She's not much help. She does catch mice, so that's a good thing. All right, let's get this washed and grease her up and be ready for the winter. It's growing. Wow, you guys got wet. I don't know what you guys could see, but I didn't get very far. I ran out of petrol. The old big burner ran her dry. No worries. Got the old service truck. Love that. Gosh, that's so luxury. At my disposal, because it's free, right? It's farm expense, free. Oh, little drip. Yeah, save that for the underwear. Here we go. This is the clean version. And I think that's, yeah. Aside from underneath a little bit, I did notice I'm missing a dust cap right there. That sucks. Oh well. That'll make me go through the wheel bearings next year. Yeah, that's next year's problem, not this year. This year is clean up and put away and sell the hay. One last thing before I sign off. That and that is going on that. So I take off the 3-point hitch mechanism because different operators are running this tractor, and if things if somebody hits a lever, then those 3-point arms come up and they get into the PTO shaft. Oh, there's my helper. So if it gets in the PTO shaft, it will bend it, break it, whatever, and those PTO shafts are stupid expensive. They're $2,000 or something. I take them off for the baling season and put them back on for the winter time because I got a blade. Well, it's actually Dad's blade, but whatever, he doesn't use it. So I put it on here and I grade the driveway, I move snow, I do what I need to do. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put it on. Okay, there's the easy part. Oh, yeah. Oh, buddy. Oh, my. Latch on. All right. Okay. Here's part of it. This is going to be entertaining. No. If it would just stay in. Oh. Stand by. Oh. Oh. Huh. That wasn't so bad. I don't want to make a big deal of it. Alright, other side. Hey! Yeah! Somewhere in there. And there. Yeah. Money. Woo! Okay. Here we go, huffing and puffing. 3 points on. Alright, now I can get the plow on there. Well, I gotta remove the hitch because the plow hits the hitch, but whatever. Get that done. There you go.